Hello everyone, and welcome to Nihongaku, a chronicle of Japan in Civilization 5. Let us begin our journey. And we already have Mount Fuji, which I can explain because this is the yet another Earth map mod with true starting locations, which means we are currently going to place Kyoto where Kyoto is in real life. And what I want to do in this video series is not just play Civ, but since I am a student of Japanese history, although I can't speak the language, which pisses me off to no end, I want to also talk about history in this playthrough. Clearly, I mean, time progresses chronologically from 4000 BC to whenever the game ends, 2050. And I want to talk about Japanese history basically throughout that time. This was inspired by some videos that the YouTuber Ethelred FTL does of a similar vein, although he's currently doing England, I think. We're also using, what mods are we using? Some unit reskin mod that I think is pretty basic. I don't remember exactly what it does. Faster airplane movement and quicker turns, and of course the enhanced UI mod, just to make things run a little smoother. And alright, let us found our first city. Kyoto, yes. I am correct. And we're not, because we're on Japan, the island, the archipelago, we are not going to need a scout anytime soon. It'll be lovely to get one once we get to astronomy, but we are not going to get there anytime soon. So, for now, I think Monument is definitely the easy way to start. And since Shrine to me is the second most important building after Monument, or perhaps even the most important building, let's go Pottery next. And let's look at our start here. So I'm gonna send this guy north because we're on the western half of the island right now, so I know that there's a lot of stuff to the east. Mount Fuji is it's nice to start out. I wonder how many other civilizations in True Start mode start out with a national or a world natural wonder within the borders of their capital. That's very interesting. So we started out at 4000 BC, which is in the middle of actually at the beginning of the early Jomon period. So Japan was occupied in the Upper Paleolithic period. That was when people first came to Japan. They crossed a land bridge. I think it was it was a land bridge. And I didn't find out exactly. I don't think we know exactly when that was, but it's somewhere like 30,000 BC or 20,000 BC. And the oldest archaeological evidence we have of Japan is from 16,000 years ago, from 14,000 BC, which is actually the oldest evidence of pottery that we have in the world. That was basically the first pottery that we discovered of the Japanese people, but also the first pottery we've discovered of basically anyone across the earth, which is pretty cool. But other than that, not too much happened. Let's keep going north. Not a terribly large amount happened in Japanese history before around year 0 on the Gregorian calendar, Christian calendar, I should say. Ruins explored, 85 gold. That's fine. Not the best, but also not the worst. So for now, it'll be mostly playing Civ, which I think is good, just to get us started off. But later, I'll be trying to intersperse more history lessons, not lessons, but discussion of history into playing. What else happened in the Jomon period? Let's finish this turn first. I just want to get to the north. I'm looking at my notes here. Mostly pottery. A lot of discoveries of pottery. During this period, people were mostly living in kind of like semi-stable or semi-static locations. They weren't really moving around that much. It was mostly hunter-gatherer lifestyle, but with possibly some kind of very like beginning touches of agriculture. Although I don't think we know exactly in what form, but there was something along the lines of like a beginning of sedentary agriculture happening during this period. And the early Jomon is from 4,000 to 1,500. So, okay, we just finished a monument. Kyoto, how many turns do we have till Shrine 3? Which means we can start on a worker, and then after 3 turns, we are going to switch it to a shrine. Because I value shrines more than anything else in the entire world. Pantheon's just so good. Let's look at our city here. So we have deer, which is pretty good. Fish, 1 fish within range so far. Truffles, good. We have at least 1 luxury resource. That appears to be the only luxury resource on this island, as far as I can tell. But we have some good resources up here. Does Mount Fuji give us happiness? I think it does. No, it doesn't. But we can get it to give us happiness. And also, I think that the Pantheon that gives you +4 faith from natural wonders is going to be fantastic in this, just because that will basically ensure that we get a religion. Now, I should talk about what type of game we're playing. So, we're on Giant Earth with True Starts. It's huge, which means there are 12 players, 11 AI other than us, which I think is about appropriate for this world, but we'll the size of this world, but we'll see. We're playing an Emperor just because it's Emperor's a challenge, especially with things so spread out like this. But since this is kind of unknown territory, I think it's good not to make it too difficult. Because this is the first time I've ever played on a True Star location, Giant Earth or Earth map, period. So this is a new experience for me. But otherwise, okay, we're switching to. I'm not going to forget to switch to worker. Switch to shrine. Here we go. And what's even? Yeah, that's not going to do anything. Putting on production focus is not going to accomplish anything. Choose next research. Animal husbandry is definitely going to be important. Animal husbandry and mining, I think are the. We're not going to really need archery that much immediately, since we're not going to have that many enemies to fight. Mining or animal husbandry? That is the question. Mining will get us. I'm going to do mining, because mining is going to allow us to chop woods, which might help if we want to do any very early production things. I don't know exactly what that would be. Let's think about what would be good for. Well, okay, so yeah, let's see. Good for Japan. Well, we'll come to that in 1 turn. We will probably be discussing one of the first wonders that we'll be building. So this is Japan. This is Kyoto, of course. Tokyo or Edo is over here. And okay. Well, here, social policies. Let's focus on this very important aspect. So I think it basically goes without saying, playing as Japan, that we are going to do tradition. It just makes sense for Japanese history. Japan is an island. Japan is kind of isolated. There's not too much expansion we're going to be doing in the beginning. Although later we definitely will be. But for now, tradition is great. Just goes with Japanese ideology generally. So that means we are definitely going to be try to do mathematics to get hanging gardens. Because being trapped on this island with so few cities, we're going to want to try to make those cities the best as we possibly can. So I'm going to try to rush mathematics to a certain extent. It's actually pretty easy. In fact, I might just shift click there. So we're going to do mining and then animal husbandry, archery, the wheel, mathematics. That will be fantastic. And that should make Kyoto a very good city, assuming we get it. Let's look at demographics. Foreign literacy, doesn't matter. Someone already has writing, which is you know that because if they have a percentage of literacy above 0, that means they already have writing. And borders of Kyoto have grown already to the truffles, which is good. What is our city working right now? That's fine, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see the other islands. This is actually Korea right here, but I think. I'm not exactly sure what the scale of this world right now, but I think this is Korea. This island up here is modern-day Sapporo or Hokkaido. Up until around let's keep exploring here. The mid-19th century AD, this was referred to as Ezo. But then they changed it for reasons I will get to once we get there, which is a long time from now. Still in 3000 BCs, still not too much happening. People generally living unrecorded lives. Oh, nice, another ruins. The last possible tip. Oh, we're so close to the shrine. Pantheons are just so good. Okay, I'm just like always fixated. Oh, okay, that's all right. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I would much rather have gotten something like extra population or extra culture or something, but alas. Aristocracy or oligarchy? I'm gonna do oligarchy for now. And yeah. We might, since we're gonna be trying to get the Hanging Gardens, I might, next time we get a policy, I might want to go, what am I doing? Go aristocracy so we can get the extra production on the Hanging Gardens. But for now, we are okay. And I think this is basically the extent of our exploring, which means I'm going to leave this spearman in Kyoto to protect from barbarians coming from all sides. Luckily, they're not going to be like a huge threat of barbarians because it's such a small island, but Kyoto has grown, good, but we still need to watch out, of course. What are you on? Ooh, you're on Mount Fuji. That could be good. I don't know why production focus... All production focus does is switching it from food to Mount Fuji, which doesn't add any production. But this is stagnation. Whoops. That's stagnation. That's kind of unfortunate. All right. So now we're making a worker, which means we'll be able to improve one of these tiles to get a farm. And then hopefully we can work Mount Fuji and something else. Mount Fuji is so good. Damn. I want to work it right now. It's so tempting. Could we afford? No, I don't want to stagnate. It's too much. Pantheon founded. Actually, should be paying attention to the pantheons people are founding. God King, God of War, and fertility rights. Okay, none of the ones I was probably going to take anyway. Even if the Natural Wonders Pantheon was taken. Which I don't think, people usually don't take it. They quite often take God of War. And they quite often take another one that I don't remember. It has something to do with military that's like 15% combat strength, something or other. Can I do anything with you? I'm just going to put him on Explore. He'll probably go over here and then run out of things to do. There's only one fish within working distance of Kyoto. This one's pretty close, but not close enough. And we're probably not going to get any. What are they? Shoals? What's the thing that Japan gets? I'm just forgetting the name. It's like the coral reefs at the. Let's see. Oh, atoll. Yeah, no atolls, unfortunately. We would get +1 culture and some extra food, I think, from an atoll, but alas, we have none. It's kind of funny that they don't have those on this map. More of the most progressive people. So everyone's at 2, except for 3 people. Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to seeing if we have anyone near us, like China or Korea. I think we would see Korea. I think the Korea's capital is Seoul is up here. So I think we would see them, but I mean, there could also be Mongols over here, China right here, I think. China right here, maybe. Beijing. Siam down this direction. Are there any other East Asian people? And there's India, of course, kind of close to there, but not terribly. I'm trying to think if there's any, like, Malaysian. Oh, there's the Indonesian guy. Whatever his name is. How close are we to? We are not close to mathematics. It's still going to be like 30 or around 40 turns. Which means I think I'm going to do legalism. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to do legalism anyway. Yeah, that'll be fast. We'll get the next policy fast, so it doesn't matter that much. Or perhaps doesn't even matter at all. Pantheon founded. Yeah, here it is. Goddess of Protection is the one CPUs pretty much always do first. I'm surprised they didn't do it first this time. But these guys are getting Pantheons fast, which leads me to believe that someone like Ethiopia might be in this game with their whatever the Ethiopian building is called that gets them. It's the replacement of the monument that gets you 2 faith along with 2 culture, which is incredible. Okay, a worker. Here we go. Let's not construct a pasture there. Let's make a farm. So we can then work Mount Fuji. And what do we want now? Settler? We could make a settler. Could put him up here. Probably not here, because that's just too close. I don't know how important a settler is. A granary is... We're not going to need a granary if we get the thingamajig. I'm gonna make a granary. After we make the granary, I'll make a settler. And then we should be pretty close to Hanging Gardens. What are you doing? Just keep finishing the farm. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do with the spearman. We could send him up there, but he probably still wouldn't be able to see anything. So there's silk right there. I actually, for putting a settler, we're actually going to get... Yeah, man, we should rush optics. Damn. Optics would be so good as well to get... to form a base on the mainland. This is hard. Maybe Hanging Gardens isn't actually that important. I don't know. I'm going to shift-click optics. We're going to do optics right after that. For now, I'll focus on... If Korea isn't there, which I don't think they are, basically, it works this way. If Korea is there, then I probably won't even be able to put a city here, which means there's no rush for trying to get a settler over there. If Korea isn't there, then I have no other competition for this area, so there's also no rush for me to get a settler there. So I think we're going to be fine either way. Unless my sense of geography is all off and Korea has spawned like all the way up here and I could steal this land from them now, but I'm going to fail, but no. I am decently sure that's not going to be the case. And things will just be so much better once we can... How many turns in archery? 1 turn. Okay. Now, let's organize this a little better. And now we can work Mount Fuji and still be growing, which is exactly what I want, which is fantastic. Which means we're going to get a Pantheon in 4 turns, as long as no one else steals it from us. And we're getting culture a lot faster. Okay. Now I'm going to improve this tile. I don't know why this thing so desperately wants me to improve these horses. It's going to be 2 and 2. Actually, it might do the same thing to these deer, but I'd rather improve the camp. Well, this is going pretty well so far. It's such an uncontested region over here, at least on Japan proper. Oh, I can't make a camp because I can't... Oh, we don't have trapping. I'm so stupid. For some reason, I just thought that animal husbandry was required. Whoops. What year are we now? 2500? Let me look at my notes to see if anything has happened. There's so little happen. Like, we have such a small record of anything happening in Japan around this time, but I'll check. Yeah, still nothing. During this time, people were. It's believed that people were harvesting and perhaps even kind of growing like pseudo orchards, no, probably not with that much organization, of fruit and nut trees in certain areas, which is interesting. And the thing about Japan, which is very interesting and has affected their whole history, is that, as you can see, it's not a particularly fertile place. Or I should say it's not a particularly flat place, which means it's not particularly good for agriculture. It's maybe not the vast, but the majority of the land is hilly, and there are a lot of mountains, which makes the whole agricultural situation on Japan very, very strange and kind of unique, because they're basically stuck with their hilly land, which means they've had to adopt a lot of things that weren't so, that like people like China or Korea weren't so pressured to adopt, like from the West, certain agricultural technologies and practices and stuff, but that comes a lot later. Okay, so do we still have... I'm almost thinking that maybe we're getting so much faith from Mount Fuji already that it might not even be necessary to do one with nature. Plus 15% production on ancient classical wonders. Now that would be pretty good. That would help us. There's something from camps. Plus 1 food from camps. Maybe plus 1 culture from camps? No, it's definitely food. Seems like it's already been taken. Pastures, we have this one. Horses. That's a camp. The camps one would have actually been pretty good. Unless I'm missing something, it does not appear to be here. I'm going back and forth between one with nature and... what was the other one? I'm forgetting. What was it? Oh, Monument of the Gods. That will give us a plus 30% production boost on something like Hanging Gardens. Maybe we could do the Oracle as well. Oh, this is a hard decision. I'm going to choose production. delay the decision making. Now let's make a settler. Yeah. This is going to be kind of a roll of the dice. Maybe there's one. If there's one that I should do. Actually, how long is this video going? I'm going to check. This video has been going for a long time, so I'm actually going to end the video right here as climactic or anticlimactic or whatever as it is. Someone please tell me which one I should do between. I will show them again. Between One with Nature, plus 4 Faith in Natural Wonders, and Monument of the Gods, plus 15% production of ancient/classical wonders. With that, thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for starting along this course of Nihongaku with me. Well, Nihongaku actually literally means Japan studies, not like Japan history or anything, but it's close enough, and I like the word. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Also, please do leave a like if you like this. If you didn't like it, if you think there are things I'm missing or whatever, leave a dislike. And subscribe if you want to see more, because that helps me out a lot. Thank you very much.